Hello everybody, Russell Markham here from VectorVest. The US market's in an uptrend and we'll look at that compared to Australia. Which is the better one to look at currently? So we'll cover that shortly. Before we get going, let's just move myself out of the way here. Please note our license numbers. In addition, general advice only. I cannot take into account your personal financial circumstances, and as always, past performance is no guarantee of future results. As long as we're all okay with that, general advice only, no personal advice here. All right, so let's close out of here. Here we are for America. All right, so you can see this is, I'll just clean it up here. This is the average of all the stocks and ETFs and whatever have you that we track. Okay, and we can see 9,846 equities in total that we're currently tracking. All right, and that's the average across the board. So you can see very nice trend. Then there's a bit of a pullback. The trend's starting to resume again. We're using our conservative timing signals with VectorVest. You can see we noted to our subscribers there was a good time to be in, and you can see for that duration there, it was a nice uplift. Let's zoom it in a bit more, move this out the way. You can see all of that there. And a temporary sort of setback, neither here nor there. We said to our subscribers again, time to get going. Short duration there, and then we warned you to be out. We're still warning you to be out, but we're just about to kick into our next up signal. Most likely will take place by Tuesday morning, Australia time. Now Tuesday, that of course being the 12th, so what's that, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so around about the 15th or 16th of December 2025, we're expecting the next signal to kick off. You know, why is the American market running hot again? And one of the reasons there being is because Jerome Powell is saying that there's going to be potentially another rate cut in 2026, and there's just been a rate cut in America. So that fuels the markets. Markets love lower interest rates, good for business. Conversely, if I go and look at the Australia market, so let's bring in Australia. Here we are. Look at this brilliant run here, as we noted to our subscribers. But sadly, since we're not quite the same as America, we've sort of come off a bit. It's understandable. You know, the Reserve Bank of Australia is basically saying, look, no rate cuts in the foreseeable future, and there is a risk that we may have to increase the rates, interest rates, to slow down inflation. And so that's what's sort of playing out at the moment. And so let's look at it from a bigger perspective, a more macro perspective. I'll just click on one of our weekly essays. We do a great job with giving you superb analysis each week, but we're currently in a case 4. Our earnings across our corporations on average are rising, but inflation is rising, and the Reserve Bank of Australia doesn't like that, and as a result, interest rate, the outlook at the moment is rising. You might have seen a few banks have started to increase their fixed interest rate offerings. If I compare this to the US, let's bring in the US. Here we go. Let's go to a views and open up one of the most recent essays. We bring these out each week. I'll scroll down just a little bit down here. You'll see we're currently in a case 1 bull market, not a bear market, a bull market. Earnings are rising. Inflation is rising, same as Australia, so these two are the same, but the difference there being in the US, the Fed Reserve there is dropping interest rates, which is fueling that market there. And so the bull market begins effectively. You can see it here. It's moving up, the average of all those equities that we track. Okay, so the next question then is, what could I consider if the market continues to run? And in VectorVest in the US, we've got this wonderful tool, Viewers Stock Viewer. We go and we'll list the best fundamental and technical stocks each and every day. We've got 9,844. I'm just going to show you the top 5 currently. So here they all are. If I graph them, you'll see a very common theme playing out. Earnings. This is a 12-month leading forecast on earnings. And so what we like to see is we like to see companies where the earnings are growing. All right, so rising earnings, rising share prices. All right, that's a good-looking stock. Rising earnings, rising share prices. Rising earnings, rising share prices. And yet again, and yet again. All right, so this is how easy we make it at VectorVest. We give you the signals. once you know it's a good time to go into the market, we give you the tools to find the best fundamental and technical stocks. I cannot tell you whether any of those stocks are suitable for you or not. You'll need to speak to your financial advisor, but what we do each and every day is we'll give you the analysis. So why just stop at the top 5? We could go, say, the top 20, for example, and away we go again. And it's all at your fingertips. You've got superb fundamental and technical analysis at your fingertips each and every day. Hope you got a lot out of the short presentation. Until next time, bye for now.